Whenever I ask someone on the Discord server to fill the standings, or actually at least help in that, because I cannot do 9 tiers at once, they say it's way too hard to do it at first place. But it isn't. This is quite literally the shortest guide ever to ERO standings and how to fill them. So for example, let's use the Austrian Grand Prix. And we see that in that race, for example, Team Bayer has finished third with a pole position. So what do? This, that's it. This is how to fill someone's place in the standings. If you go to constructors fix, because by the way, do not click constructors unless you want to sort them. But if you go to, for example, the constructors fix standings, which determines the constructor standings, you simply find Team Bayer, you give him third place and pole position. If you go back to the drivers, and for example, there is Julio Figueira, who's, for example, finished ninth. We just set ninth. And at the constructors fix, he was racing alongside him in the Mercedes because, for example, Daniel wasn't racing. So we just do P9 and reserve tag on the right side. And we also mark it as full points. If there was half points in that race, because, for example, the race was cut short in the halfway of the safety car grid, we just do half there. And instead of choosing P3, we choose P3H. And same thing for the sprint. There's also options for cancelled and postponed races. But we're doing full. This has been created absolutely and entirely to calculate it all for yourself, and you don't have to do anything but just setting the positions. And constructors, you just sort it and it's all done. If we go to the race, you can tell there is definitely 20 places to fill in. And how you do it very quickly, you just copy the entire lineup of ERO PCF1 from the constructors fix. You copy it. For example, Daniel Gottschalk wasn't racing as we said, it was Julio Figueira racing instead of him, and we tag him as a reserve. Then we base grid positions based on qualifying results, which you can see in the race results in-game photo, and race position as the original race position the driver has finished in during the race according to in-game standings. Gap to winner is fairly simple, you just do simple things as this, that's it. If someone was lapped during that race, you just set 200. If it was 2 laps of difference, 400. There were 2 drivers lapped on the same lap. You just do, for example, 220. And if someone DNF, you just set 1000. That's it. And then you sort it. Just like that. If there is multiple zeros, because, for example, there wasn't 20 drivers, you just remove them. That's it. Quite literally. Oh, and of course, the fastest lap needs to be set in. That's quite literally it. That's how to fill the standings. This is that simple. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll actually fill the standings. And no, I will not be using league racing tools, because this isn't a generic racing league to just use any tool online. We have our own software, and it cannot go to waste. That's it. Bye.